Man, this is your boy. Welcome back in the house right after coming off of Father's Day weekend. For those brothers that's out there that's been taking care of your business, doing what you have to do, taking care of the kids. Some of y'all taking care of other people's kids, taking care of your nieces. Some of you taking care of your nephews. Man, I want to simply say happy Father's Day to you. Even though we're on Monday, I would have said it yesterday, but obviously it's Monday. So I want to make sure I send out balloons and salute to all those fathers that are doing everything they have to do. Man, you know you're tuned into the right show because this is Coach Tony and this is the Pull Up Podcast Show. Tonight, I got a guest for you that's phenomenal. One of my close friends, one of my good homies that's doing some major things, balancing between being an athlete at one point in his life and then turning to where he wanted to be. That's making music. That's kind of like what I want to do. I told Val, I got a track that I'm about to drop. I'm not going to tell y'all right now until I get it together, but we'll talk about that. But for right now, take care of some housekeeping notes. Make sure you, 1, share the show with your friends. 2, make sure you like the show. And 3, make sure you subscribe to the show. One of the hottest sports podcasts across the country, and we branch out in different genres. And tonight, we're doing just that, branching out over into country music. You're going to be surprised. But before we bring out my guest tonight, Val, you know exactly what to do. Drop it.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. I said bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man, welcome back to the Pull Up Podcast. Before I get started, I have got to say a big shout out and a big hoorah to my family. The Tony Thompson had a family reunion this past weekend down in Jackson, Mississippi. My cousin Derek, thank you. I appreciate you for hosting. Demetrius, my cousin, my little bitty cousin. I call all of them my nephew who dropped the Pull Up Podcast that y'all just smoke to every week. Drop that. Bella Unplugged in the house. What's up? You know I got to say what's up to my girl. Bella, stay on me all the time. I appreciate you, baby. Thanks for checking in. And I want to make sure I say to my favorite people in the world, my 2 grandbabies. 1, Miss Skylar Wilson. She's a trip. We had fun, but you think she's funny? My baby girl, Olivia Patton. She's hilarious. And by the way, they both are part of Girl Power. So anyway, as we rock and roll to this show tonight, I got a guest coming to us from the East Coast. And I ain't talking about in New York territory, but he might as well be on that South, like they say, South Bronx, South Bronx. He's on that South side of the New York, coming out of the great state of Delaware, playing ball at Delaware State. Then the kid ended up moving to Nashville and meets who? None other than your boy, the one and only Coach Tony. Jumped into my basketball program, Tennessee Edge, major shout out. And the year he came to us, we won a national championship. And he was a very instrumental part, giving a lot of good advice, coaching the kids up and doing some big things. We're going to talk about that. Then he decided to jump into his love, which was country music. But he didn't have it easy. Got kicked out of American Idol, got kicked off another couple shows, but he stayed sturdy to his resilience. And all of a sudden, as they say, hard work pays off. But I don't want to spoil it for you because I want to let him tell his own story. Man, bring to the stage my boy, my homie, the one and only Jimmie Allen. Welcome to the Pull Up Podcast Show.
What up, bro?
Man, what's good, baby?
Good, man. I actually just got done playing a show. I'm actually played a show at this winery today. Did an acoustic show here, so I'm actually in their office upstairs.
Where you at right now? You in Nashville?
I'm in Delaware right now.
In Delaware, see, man, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody, he pull up on me after the show. He busy, but that's what happens when you got love for Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. Facts, bro.
You move things around, man. How you been doing, man?
Man, I've been good, bro. Me still, touring, working on this new album, got the new song out, shaking in my boots right now. So just been doing a bunch of promo for that, but still um, always involved in sports, whether it's bowling, whether it's softball, um, whether it's taking time to coach kids when I can in hoops. Got to get into soccer now because my son is like
Yeah,
really, really good at. My son is really good at soccer. I'm like,
man, we gonna get him on that, man. And happy belated Father's Day too, man.
yeah, happy belated Father's Day to you too, man.
And when somebody, I'm from the shop, baby. When they say shaking in my boots, I thought they probably was rolling with me on the south side or something. Or maybe we take them to the Wild Hunters, Jimmy. They
Hey,
shaking boots, man. They old block, man. We had to do that, man. Let's get this. Let's get the people back so they can know who you are, man. Coming up in Delaware, man. Talk to us a little bit about the young Jimmie Allen, man. No, what was it like? Because at that time, music, you probably had it in the back of your mind, but I think you wanted to be an athlete. You played several different sports, man. Talk to us a little bit about that.
yeah, man. So growing up, I was out in Delaware, Milton, man. This little town, it's tiny, bro. Like when I was there, I think it was like 850 people.
Yeah,
Um,
hey, that was smaller than my freshman class.
Yeah, bro. Just I grew up in a family, you know, with athletes. Like you figure my brother played for the Mets. Um, my dad played baseball for a while, was really good at it. Um, just growing up around sports, whether it was, Irv, uh,
Yep.
or it was AI. Um, and then just being around it, my love for the game. But I kind of got screwed over because the doctor told me when I was little I was gonna be tall. So
Right.
I didn't grow past 6 foot, bro. So like my cousins, I got cousins 6 foot, 6'7", 7 foot, whatever. None of them hoop, bro.
Oh man. You like,
None of
dude,
them hoop.
let me get the height, man. What's up?
So just doing all that, playing around, whatever. Injuries, whether it's ACL injuries and stuff like that. After a while, I still love the game.
Yep.
I liked it and I loved it, but I didn't love it enough to push past the injuries. I always knew music was where I was going to end up going anyway. So that's kind of when I just dived into music. Whether it was musical theater in high school, musical theater in college, doing straight theater. And then 2007, I said, all right, let's go. So I packed up my Chevy Malibu, had $21 in my bank account, and I moved to Nashville, bro. I didn't have a
Right.
place to live at the time, didn't have no job lined up. I found a house. I stopped this library in like Virginia. Got on the computer, got on Craigslist, found this trailer. Lived in that trailer for a while with no electric, and lived in my car for a while. And
Mhm. I thought
and
it was
then
bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting you, guy. When I met him, he come up in me. We matter of fact, he was the baby of the joint because we was in the men's league playing
yeah,
basketball here, in Brentwood, Tennessee, down at Life Center. And Jimmy was the guard. Jimmy came in. I said, "Hey man, I got an AAU program." He said, "Man, I'm just trying to get on, coach." Blah 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 blah. And this man right now, I'm just rolling in my vehicle, man. I'm like, "What? Get the hell out of
yeah.
here!" And man, I was just amazed, man, at just your resilience, man, how to make that happen.
You gotta have it because like I could have easily packed up and
Yep.
moved back home to Delaware or whatever. But I was like, it's not what I want to do. So for a while, I was working at the gym from like 5 in the morning. I get there like 5 a.m. Now I work at the gym in the morning from like 6:37 to like 11. Then
Yep.
I'd write songs from like 12 to 3. Then I work at Bonefish Grill from like 4 to 10. And then I would work at Walmart from 11 to like 6 in the morning some days, like every other day, so that way I can get to the gym in time on the off days, whatever. And I was a janitor before the middle school. But for me, it's just about, when you're on your grind, you gotta do what you gotta do. Cause like I'll see musicians online and posting GoFundMe's, hey, help me buy this mic. No, buy the mic your damn self. Get another job and go save $250 and buy it. Like I don't understand. Like, or help me pay for studio time. Pay for your own studio time. I tell
Right.
people are more willing to invest in you when they see you investing in yourself. And that goes from whatever you're chasing, whether you're trying to be a doctor, a lawyer, an athlete, musician, don't matter. If people see you sitting around with your hand out just waiting for it, no, I mean, no. Like we want to see the hustle and see the grind. I want to know that if I invest my time into you, or if I invest my money into you, right? that you're going to keep going and keep pushing, that it's not going to be a waste. You're going to my job is to help you get, I want to help you get where you want to go. But if I know you're going to quit halfway through it, nah. And I'm like, when you chasing a dream and when you quit, that's a slap in the face to all the people that have invested their time, their money, and their energy into you.
Yeah. Now you speak about, you like me, I laugh. You speak about them cousins that had that height, man. What was the one cousin that you just wish you just wanted to smack and take his height and trade it with you? Because you knew that if you was 6'6", 6'7", 6'9", because I'm telling y'all, hey, listen, don't let the country music fool you. Jimmy's come in and hoop, he can get it in. He can hoop.
Oh, we get busy.
Yeah,
It'll probably be my cousin Tim, man. My cousin Tim is 7'1", bro.
Oh my goodness.
And he's a dentist. First of all, I don't want no 7'1" dentist walking in playing in my mouth. Pause.
Hey, first of all, you got to bend over you, and his arms about long as
man.
Come on,
some
man.
Big old hands, bro. I'm like, bro, what a waste of height and black skin, bro. But you 7'1", and the thing is, he wasn't a skinny 7'1". Like when he graduated high school, he was solid. Like his arms were like this big, bro. I said, bro, you're 7'1". All you got to do is just grab it, and he was athletic. He could play. I said, bro, you could be sitting on the bench right now, making $1.5 million a year.
Yeah,
6 months a year.
Yeah. 6 months, 9 months if they make a playoffs. But you know,
like, what are you doing, bro? I was like, what are you doing, bro? It's so funny. So like, this year was the first year that I was really around AAU, right?
Yeah, man, you talking about
while.
that. Love the cousin, love the niece, Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi, man. Shout out to Gigi Banks, man. And then, another hooper y'all gotta look out for, man. This girl named Harper Coon, bro. She goes to Lipscomb right now.
Mm-hmm.
Harper's the truth, bro. So Harper, I got to see her play the first time. So she's my girlfriend's daughter, right? And she cold, man. But what I don't understand about AAU now is, like, first of all, when I see trainers, they're only training on one side of the ball. They're only training on the offensive side. Nobody's training on defense, right?
Except me.
Yeah, exactly. You know how you do it. I see kids that don't know how to play the passing lane, right? Yeah. Well, I see kids that are up top on the 2-3, and when they go for the steal, they're using their outside hand. No, that ball knocks the ball out of bounds. Use your inside hand to push the ball forward, bro.
You know the easy way to teach that, Jimmy? The easy way I teach my girls, I stand them in the gap. You put them in the gap, and you throw the ball. And I say, I want you to reach forward with your right hand, and they'll do it. And then I say, okay, see how short that is? Then I said, throw the ball again. Now reach forward with your left hand. And all of a sudden, they tip the ball. Like, oh, my God. I said, yeah, because you're sitting in the gap, the ball's coming this direction.
And you see it coming, bro.
Yeah, and you're outside. And most people try to tip the ball. You know what I teach, man? Like back when you had my guys, slap the ball down. And speaking of my guys, let me make you just go to tears real quick. So Jimmie was very important because in 2005, I won my first national championship. But by the time he got here and his career was making some moves, he was doing some things, it was 2011 in Nashville. And these boys right here was instrumental in that. Look at that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's go. Is that Brandon over there to the right?
That's Brandon. Hey, that's Josh Bellamy, man. Hey, man, that's the twins, Chase and Braxton.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Is Graham in that picture?
Graham in there. Mason Klein's in there. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. You don't understand. Luke was in there. Donovan's in there. Donovan's overseas playing right now. I mean, Byron was in there. I mean, the opportunity to have you come in and work with these kids, man, and the parents. And this is Jimmie 1.0.
Hey, and remember when I was coaching, people used to get mad because I didn't stand up. I coached like Phil Jackson. I sat down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to sit down and coach. People were like, why don't you? I said, here's the thing. I'm not getting up and down yelling. We've talked about it in practice. We just talked about it in timeout. If you're not doing what you're supposed to, I'm pulling you at the game, and you're gonna talk to me on the bench. I'm not getting now. Every coach is different, but I was a coach that sat down like Phil Jackson when I coached, and you know me, we had 3 plays, bro. There's some AAU programs out there trying to teach 10, 12 plays. Why? You ain't fixed 1 play yet. Yes. You need 10, 12 plays for, bro. Like it's just I've seen some bad coaching, bro. And when I say bad coaching, I mean, yes, coaches have a way that they want to implement, but you can only do with the player personnel that you have. Correct. So it's your job as a coach when you accept the job to find plays and ways to put your players in position to be successful, right? Man. And you're supposed to teach the play to each player from their position. You can't just yell at them. Man, between that, I've seen, well, listen, I seen a coach this year for a program out of Tennessee. Bro, this dude didn't call timeouts, bro, and wonder why his girls are tired, bro.
Right. Like, he put the Tom Thibodeau. Right.
Bro, and then here's my thing, though, bro. Like, as coaches, we hear people say whatever. He was emotional, bro. There was one time we were sitting on the bench. We were sitting on the sideline this year, right? And somebody I was with yelled, yo, coach, that's a bad sub, because the girls were on a run making a comeback. And he subs them. No, that's a bad sub. So the coach, right, he got mad, walked down the sideline and yelled at us, do y'all want to coach? Do you want to coach? I'm like, bro, that's your job. You accepted the job. Yeah. Why you in your feelings? And then here's the kicker. He gets on the phone during the game and calls the director of the program. Like he gonna come down here and do something.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. We're gonna hold up. We're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break because Val can feel you right now because that's exactly what the San Antonio Spurs did for them New York Knicks when they pulled my boy Harp up out the game. And I had some for promotional purposes, dollars on the game. They gave the Knicks the advantage, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Let's go take a quick break. Val, pay these bills. We'll be right back on the Pull Up Podcast show, of course, with your boy, the one and only Coach Tony, and my main man, the one and only Jimmie Allen. We'll be right back.
Aired NBA on NBC shows, I'm gonna tune in to hear that because if I in my mind, if I got a pair of Jordans or
you do get a pair of Jordans.
Exactly. I want to hear the person I've idolized in my childhood or I've heard about and hear what he thinks about the sport. So this is very exciting to know that he is coming to it. But one thing I was thinking, I said, man, I am excited because I haven't really been excited for who's got me excited about basketball recently has been the wins. And I don't know.
Your boy. Coach Tony got you excited about basketball. Everything else is secondary.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. I guess we need to wrap up the quarter.
We're gonna wrap this quarter up. Me and Val out here wilding out.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man, welcome back to the second quarter of the Pull Up Podcast show with your boy, the one and only Coach Tony. Special guest in the house tonight, my guy, Jimmie Allen, man, sitting in here with us. By the way, Jimmie, that's my nephew. Dropped that track right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We was talking about sports and basketball, man. The big question that I got to ask you, though, I've always kept in touch with you, man, from day one. When you got in, I've always loved you, and Jimmie will tell you, I was difficult with my guys. I didn't put a lot of guys around me, and I had guys that I wanted to develop, my young guys. And that team that he started out and worked with, we went on to win a national championship in 2011 with the boys and all that. But during that time, I remember you used to tell me about, hey, coach, I got to get up out of here because I got to go do this, and that. Man, when did you notice or when did you see that I need to make a decision between what I want and what I need. I want to do this, but I need to do that. And how was that able to affect the way that you were able to move on a daily basis at that time?
I guess for me, the way my brain is set up, when I figure out there's something I need, I'm always get and do what I need over what I want. Because doing what you need gives you the ability and lets you maneuver the way you need to do what you want.
Do what you
You know
want.
what I mean?
I like that.
So for me, it was never hard. Once there's a time where there's something I need to do, and I just, me, I just go do it. And if, and like, cause there's been times where there's something that I wanted to do, something I needed to do, right? And then there were people that upset because I had to cancel one and do another one. I
Right.
was, hey, that's tough, man. You just feel how you feel. Because here's the thing, everybody, you can have people in your life no matter what you're chasing. Want you to do this, want you to do that, want you to do that, right? But if you don't, it's funny how if you don't do what they want, then you're selfish. But they want you to do what they want. To me, that's the one that's being selfish. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's ability, just having that ability to have tough skin.
Like a
Right.
team.
Have that ability to have tough skin. Because there's this player I know. She's a freshman, and she dropped 26 points in the JV game during the summer program. Because for me, with high school summer programs, you're supposed to play. You play your starters, but yet you want to see what your freshman can do. You want to see what your sophomore can do. These
Correct.
games don't count. This is a freshman. She scored 26 points in the JV, right?
Mhm.
And then got no burn in the varsity game. None.
Wow. That's because she don't play for me.
And she's out of school, where they're doing politics and all this other stuff. And yeah, it's weird, man. And then because the whole, it's just too many emotions, man. Especially when I see grown men, right? So this player left an AAU program. Then one of the coaches who were putting the program, whatever, got upset that he posted something on social media about burning bridges and stuff. You know me.
I don't see that though, Jimmie. Again,
I'm like players have to do what's best for them. Because I had players when I coached AAU in Delaware left my program because the players that we had wasn't conducive of where they want to go. And as a coach, hey, do what you need to do that's best for you. If you understand your goal is here,
right,
and you can't get there through my program, I want you to go somewhere else.
Correct.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna tell you to make sure you go there. But if you look at today's game, Jimmie, just look at today's game. Forget the AAU. That coach, whoever you're talking about, I hope he's listening to this podcast. If not, I want to make sure we send
I'm gonna send it to him.
You listen to me from a 25-year veteran.
I'm petty like that. I'm gonna send it to him.
There is no college program coaching in the NCAA, D1 or D2, that knows that their team that they're coaching in 2026 will return all players in 2027. Those days are gone. Yeah. So if you are, and let's go, perfect example. Do you remember last year in 25-26 when the TCU men's basketball program made the NCAA tournament out of the Big 12? Mm-hmm. At the end of the season, they got put out in the Sweet 16. All 13 guys went in the portal. All 13 guys. There is no more coaching to say, hey, I got Jimmie Allen for 4 years. That ain't going to happen, because if Jimmie comes to my program and shows out, I know the kid wants more money, i.e. Pavia at Vanderbilt. I want more money. And if I have to, I'm going to make a lawsuit of it. I'm going to get this paper somehow, some way. So to go back to a measly AAU, and I've done AAU, I'm going to go to that 25 deep. My name is well known. And to look at that and to see coaches, either one, hold a player back, or two, don't allow a player to reach their high potential. Yeah.
Because the coach that didn't play her, he was a part of her AAU program, right? But he's also the JV coach, and he's on the roster. He's on the coaching for the varsity, and I'm like, bro, my thing is politics. I'm sorry, and I told this player you should leave, because my thing is, look, I see if you're a freshman on the bench and you're playing behind players that are better than you, yes, stay, learn. But if you're playing behind people because of politics and you got bums on the court that you're better than, Some people might say, no, that's thinking too highly. It's not too thinking of your high. It's not thinking too highly of yourself. That's knowing your worth, right? Knowing that you can go somewhere else. And even if you don't play, you're playing behind players that are better than you and a coach that is helping you understand your goal. I tell people, here's your goal. Your goal is the WNBA? Cool. Anything that doesn't fit in that path, gone. I said, because if you want to stay and worry about people's feelings, you're gonna regret it 4 years from now because they're still gonna be coaching.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm sorry, a freshman,
You're right.
dropping 26 points. I don't care. See, my thing is, I don't care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior in high school. If I got a freshman better than a senior, that freshman's playing.
Hey, Kayla said, don't forget it's your twins' birthday, third birthday.
Yeah, I already know that.
It's the twins' third birthday. What's up, Kate? Hey, we gotta say, hey, well, happy birthday to the twins. Let me know, Kate, what the twins' names are. So
Aria, and Amari, they turned 3 today.
Oh man, that's dope. Hey, my granddaughter Olivia's 3. So I get it. She told me yesterday, Jimmie, on the way back from Mississippi. Hey, let me tell you, I'm gonna have you laughing. I hope my boy Coach Justin Val gonna get a kick out of this because she knows Justin. I was like, dog, tell me where I just came from. He said, where you come from, Coach? I said, I just rolled from M-I, crooked letter, I,
Mississippi.
crooked letter I, humpback, I. He was like, man, I'm lost, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, what? You don't know that's Mississippi? Hey,
I remember that. That's how I used to have to learn how to spell it.
Yes,
I had to
sir.
sing the song, man.
And that's why we got to get up out of AI, dog. That's where we got to get up.
I hate AI, bro. I can't stand it, bro. I don't like it.
AI gonna build a basketball court with Gigi in a minute.
Listen, I don't like AI. I know songwriters that use AI. I said that's cheating. I don't like AI for production. I don't like AI at all, bro. Like I feel like it's taking away the human touch. Like people listen to AI songs. I'm like, if you listen to it, you can hear that a human didn't write it. There's no emotion. Like there's words that a real songwriter would put in place that an AI, because AI don't feel anything. They're not real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, Val has something to say about. Let's toot Gigi's horn real quick, man.
Gigi Banks.
Gigi Banks.
Shout out to my little cousin, Gigi Banks, baby.
Coach Tony right here, Gigi. We need to talk. We need to make sure after this we're gonna get connected. We're gonna set up. I got my NIL program. I'm gonna plug you. We're doing some major things. I'm out without the win. We're gonna do some big things and all that. But man, plug Gigi real quick, man. What makes Gigi game so good? Because when I talked to you the other day, I mean, you were telling me about her, man. It's like, damn, I thought she was Popeye. You know, I remember.
Here's
Popeye.
what makes her game special. She's patient. She plays within herself, and she puts her teammates in a position to be successful. Meaning,
give me a college. Hold on, Jimmy. Give me a college player that's at that elite status that she will remind you of.
Let's go pro. I don't really watch college sports like that.
Okay, I'm a Juju Watkins fan, so
I'm a fan of. I like watching the best in the world play the best in the world.
Juju Watkins is the best in the world.
Yeah. See, and the reason why here's why. So, you know, I didn't used to watch it before because I didn't believe in, kids playing, D1 sports, the university, NCAA making money and them not getting paid. And they try to validate it with a $70,000 education. Cool. Well, you selling jerseys. Everybody knew that the number 2 jersey for Alabama was Derrick Henry's. Everybody knew that. That's why they sell it. So after you get their little $70,000 education out the way, get them the rest of the fucking money. Like, it was, to me, it was, child labor, bro. Like,
but now we good with it. So
now we good now.
Yeah.
But and the reason why I can't really get into college sports now because it's cool, but you can have a player. You've seen it. You've seen players average 15, 20 in college, right? And get to the NBA and average nothing. Because they weren't playing the best. They were playing guys that's about to go be announcers and dentists and school teachers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know who players are until they get to the league. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, Gigi, as far as NBA players I know, Gigi is a mix between SGA, Jason Kidd, and Allen Houston. Or maybe it was
so let me break that down for you, those that don't know. So Gigi is a mixture between SGA, that means getting to her spot, whatever spot that she chooses to get to. Jason Kidd, meaning off the transition, she see you. Don't ask me for the damn ball. Just run because I see you. And the last person, who was the last person?
Allen Houston, a jump shot.
Meaning that I'm going to hit you with the handles and wet you up with the jumper. And oh, by the way, if I hit your ass with the wet and step over you, don't take it personal. I just move. I just hit you with it. And
yeah, man, her game, bro, is like, and it's patient too. You know, she's smooth with it, takes her time. It's beautiful to watch, man. Like,
oh, man,
and this is what's just so different now with educating younger players. So I was at the tournament in Pittsburgh where Gigi was, right? So Gigi's team is playing, right? And you have girls from other teams, right? Just in corners, playing around, not paying attention. I'm like, yo, this is the game y'all need to be watching. You know what I'm saying? This is where you need, like my whole thing with AAU is you're there to work, man. You know what I'm saying? If you in the gym, right, waiting for your game, a game or two, your team need to be stretching, getting together,
or scouting,
running, getting loose, and you need to be scouting, right? I said this, with all this technology, there's no excuse for you to not be on Instagram. You can see who you want to play. You can go on Instagram, look up that team, and watch their film. You can go to Baller TV and look at their previous games. You should be able to scout who you're playing. And like, kids don't watch film. I'm like, how are you going to get better if you don't see what you did or saw the other options from the position you were in? Because you're going to be in that position again. You know what I mean? It's edgy. I'm like, if you can spend hours on your phone all week or hours, whatever, there's no way you should go up against an opponent 2 weeks from now and not tell how their point guard is going to be guarding you or the shooting guard is going to be guarding you defense, right? Or if they have a tail before they cross, or if they have a tail before they step back and jump shot, if they have a tail before they pass. Everybody has tails. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but every now and again, you get players like Gigi that understand, okay, they putting that work in. They watching film. I mean, they're working with their coaches and their trainers on both sides of the ball, right? It's hey, I'm here to make you get better. Because I believe in both being hard on them, but also encouraging them and also keeping it fun. And you can do that. Some people think, yes, you can do all three. You know what I mean? You really can do all three because you want the game to be fun, because you don't want them to get burnt out, right? But yet you want to educate them, right? And you want to inspire them at the same time.
Man, and I'm a trifecta. I'm Coach Tony.
Yep.
This is the Pull Up Podcast Show, and we'll be right back. Take a halftime break. Valves, pay some more bills. We'll be right back to the third quarter on the Pull Up Podcast with your boy, Coach Tony, and my special guest tonight, the one and only Jimmie Allen. We'll be right back.
Are you a small business owner looking to grow? Introducing the KeySpot mobile app. I'm Cynthia McAllister, owner of the IT company Quality SAP. Since 2016, we have been supporting small businesses and help them promote and share their businesses, services, and events across the country. KeySpot is more than just an app. We are a network providing community. KeySpot, connecting communities and supporting small businesses.
Hey, I'm Coach Tony, and this is the Pull Up Podcast Show. For every Monday, we break down the game quarter by quarter and give you information as well as break down the coach. Join us on the Pull Up Podcast Show.
Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Bounce the boys and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast show. I said bounce the boys and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Okay. Man, welcome back to quarter number 3 here on the Pull Up Podcast Show with your boy, Coach Tony, and my guy, Jimmie Allen. You know, we talk about the young players, and then we talk about everything, but let's refocus on your situation as you was going. You know, talk to us a little bit about what part of being an athlete for you, right? Learning about the discipline, teamwork, hard work, getting up early, going to practice when you didn't want to. What part of that stood out and helped you to become the musician that you are today?
Just being disciplined and being focused, right? And doing more. Because no matter how hard you think you're working, there's somebody else working, right?
There you
And
go.
a lot of people get to miss they have this mindset that you gotta work and not sleep. Now you still gotta rest because your body needs time to
Recover.
recover, right? But no matter how hard you're working, there's always room to grow. The moment you feel like you've done everything or you've grown as far as you can, that's the moment you've lost. So I remember I would I learned at a young age you can't cheat corners because when you cheat corners, you cheat yourself. And I learned that from my high school basketball coach.
Now sprint.
And
Don't cut them corners out. That's
don't
why I
cut them
put
corners,
corners.
man, because you end up you're cutting corners yourself. So I started doing that with songwriting, like and performing, and
Okay.
I would teach that to my kids when I was coaching as well. Because see, my suicides, most suicides are baseline, free throw back, 3-point back,
You know, we
half court
changed that.
back.
You know, we
So
changed
what
that. We wear them 33s. They got to go all the way down and back, baby. We
So
forget
what
that.
I do, my suicides, I'd have people run. You sprint to the free throw back, then you defensive slide to the free throw back, sprint to the 3-pointer back, defensive slide to the 3-pointer back, sprint to half court back, defensive slide to half court back,
There you go.
3-pointer back, defensive slide. So you really,
They
by the
work.
time we did 2 would kill you.
They
So there was
work.
one player I made him do 5. He about died. But
Oh,
what
yeah,
happened?
yeah.
I said, you either gonna be in shape
Oh, you
or
gonna
you gonna
quit?
listen. Either way. And if you quit, we ain't want you here anyway. You know what I
We
mean?
want
But it's that same mentality, right, that I take into songwriting, right? That I take into my shows, making sure I'm honest with myself. Okay, can I is this line good enough or can I make it better? And then getting to the point where I'm okay with it. Like, okay, because you can overwrite a song. Like, okay, I need to keep it simple, right? This part right here needs to be to where people can understand.
Mhm.
You know,
Man,
so yeah.
when you was doing that, and speaking of overcoming, we sometimes want to quit. You talked about that earlier with the athlete, with the basketball player, stuff like that. And you talked a little bit about it earlier about having the adversity of moving to Nashville, sleeping in the car, man, working damn near 18 hours and sleeping 4 or 5 hours and then doing it all over again. Man, why didn't you quit? Because
Right.
most people at one point you're struggling trying to do something. They're like, man, forget this damn music. I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. I gotta go get a job. What made you say, something? I know it's tough. I'm making ends meet as much as I can, but I know God gonna open up a door for me sooner or later, and I'm gonna kick it in. Because I don't talk about open the door. You know me, Jimmy. We talk about
Yeah,
that.
we kick it in. Because I look at it like this. Here's how I look at it. I was sitting around, I was seeing, people I knew, getting record deals. And I was never jealous. I was happy for them because
Right.
they put their time and whether they got a deal before me, whether I've been there longer than them or not, like it was their time. And I'm like, eventually what's gonna happen is if I keep getting better, if I keep
Mhm.
working people, if I keep working and keep meeting people, eventually everybody else gonna be signed and they gotta sign me because ain't nobody else to sign. But my job is to keep going, right? Keep
Right.
going, keep showing up. Because I remember when I was working and stuff, I was talking to my grandma on the phone. Like, grandma was just trying to make ends meet. She said, "Don't do that." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Ends ain't supposed to meet." I said,
Oh, I like that. See, that's that black grandmama. Black
"Yeah."
grandmama.
She said, "Ends ain't supposed to meet."
Ain't
So
no
she
damn
said, "You keep going until you get where you want to go and get what you want, right?" And she said, "Remember that success is a personal internal decision, right? Just everybody's version of success looks differently. So for me, I never had a dream of headlining a sold out stadium or sold out arena. Never wanted that. I never chased that, right? My goal was just to write music, play shows. My ideal show is anywhere between 500 to 1,000 people. I love that. It's plenty, right? Because I'm getting a chance I can do the full band thing with the lights and the loud music and shit. But I could also do acoustic. I can break it down, just do a song, me and the guitar, just me and the piano, right? And I
Right.
could, and that's success for me, and being able to be who I am, right, without worrying about who people say I should be.
Man, I love that.
Anytime somebody comes and say, "Well, Jimmy, I think you should do this," or "I think you should kiss my ass." Now, you know what I mean? Now, if what they're telling me fits in my goal for myself,
Right.
then yes. I'm listening and I'm always down for advice. But anytime someone's input is something that will throw me off my path, they can kiss my ass.
Man, you know what I always loved about you too, man. You know, you came in the program and stay on that level. You know, I remember you asked me, you know, we were playing, you know, on the men's league, and you were like, hey, coach, I just want a chance, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, who you talk to? Man, I called a couple programs. I was like, fuck them programs. Come in with me, you know, and jump to the edge. And I was like, man, what's your specialty? He was like, man, listen, here's how I coach. And here I'm like, cool, that's exactly what I want. I don't want a yes man. I don't want somebody to come to me and say whatever I say. I want to be able to go to you and say, why these dudes ain't winning, why they this, why ain't they that, you know. And that was the cool part about it, man. You guys came down there, you, Coach Travis, y'all just in and did everything we had to do, and the boys showed up.
Yeah, man. And I never did the whole did the whole parents' phone numbers. I don't need to talk to parents. The only thing parents need to know is where the games are, what time, and what time practice is. We don't need to talk.
Yeah. Y'all saw me.
I printed out the schedule,
and
I emailed it to all the parents.
Yeah.
Because one parent was like, "Hey, Jimmie, think I can get your number?" No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not here to talk to you. We don't need to talk. We don't need to be friends.
Call Coach Tony for that.
Yeah, like just one day I got mad. He was like, "Well, you know, my son hadn't really played because your son's not good, bro. Your son's not better than anybody that's on the court." I said, you should be putting in work with your son. Trainers should be putting in work with him. I said, AAU is a showcase.
Yeah,
we're supposed to showcase
the
best. And I said, here's the thing, because I was, because I liked him. He had potential, but he wasn't there yet. But I said, hey, come be around these other players. If you can learn, if you can see. His dad was like, well, I think he should play. Well, I don't care what you think. He could take his ass somewhere else. Right. He's not playing here.
Right.
Not good enough. And that's the thing. Like so many parents aren't honest with their kids, whether it's music, whether it's sports or whatever. If they trash, they trash.
Yes.
If they want to get better, that's not my obligation to make them better. That's their obligation to make them better. My job is to teach them, the different mechanics, right? Whether it's music or whether it's sports. Boom. I'm going to show you that. But as far as putting in the work, you got to be doing that outside of practice. Now, I'm going to work with you the best I can. But just because I'm working with you the best I can doesn't mean you're ready for the game yet. I mean, and that's a problem. So many people play musicians or players off of potential. You don't pick an apple off the tree and eat it before it's ripe, do you? No.
There you go.
You wait.
You're going to be sick if you do.
Mm-hmm. So that was the thing. Like, I didn't do that whole parent game. Yeah, and I heard parents say whatever on the sideline. I don't care about that shit.
Right.
I can, my kid can do this. No, your kid can't. Sorry, your kid can't do a left-handed layup. Sorry. I got the easiest plays in the world, and your kid can't. It's not his thing. Not yet. But I'm not saying he can't get better.
You just right now he can.
Is he getting better? I remember, I would always give people homework, right? And then I found out really quick who wanted it and who didn't. I would say, hey, go watch this film and tell me what you learned from it, where you saw yourself offensively and the options that were there other than the option you chose.
Oh, I like that.
One player came back and told me what they saw, right? And then I did a trick when I said, hey, go watch this game. One player came back, yes, I watched that game. I said, bro, that game don't exist, man.
It don't exist. I gave it to you.
Now, there were two players that said, Coach, we couldn't find that game. You won't find it because it ain't real. Right?
So at least I know you tried to find it, though.
Yeah, I just don't deal with the bullshit, man. Like I don't feelings and all that. No, man. Like, give me facts, because facts don't change. Feelings do.
Right, exactly right.
So I don't make decisions off of feelings, whether it's music, sports, whatever.
Speaking of that, you now come into the song that changed your life, Best Shot. Man, sit down and walk us through that. What was the, because you already fought the tough times, right? People just heard you. You're sleeping out of the car. You're working 4 different jobs. You're getting 3 or 4 different hours of sleep, and then you're back in the gym at 5, 6 in the morning. So, Best Shot, man. What was it all about, man? And how did you come about, writing the lyrics for that song?
Well, the song actually starts off with a joke. So I wrote the song. It's me, the black guy, this redneck, and a blind guy. We wrote that. And I remember the blind guy, JP, said, man, I can see this song being a hit. I said, you can't see shit.
Right. Unless you Stevie Wonder. And hold on. He can't see it right now.
Stevie can sing if we're keeping it a buck.
No, keep it
Uh,
going.
but we were writing it, and I actually wrote the song. It was inspired for me by the love story of Nathan and Haley from that TV show One Tree Hill, bro. Real talk.
Yes.
I write a lot of songs based off of TV, man. And the song ended up going number one. We're number one for 3 weeks, and yeah, we had celebrations for it, but I don't care about that shit because I'm like, cool. The song did what it did. What's next? Like I never get too hype or too caught up in success something has, right? Now, I've learned as I got older, my mom said, Jimmie, it's okay to take the time sometimes and appreciate, what you've been able to accomplish. But I'm addicted to the journey, bro. Like the
I like
struggle, the grind, bro. I love it. I love working towards something, right? Then
Yes.
once it reaches where it's supposed to go, cool. Look at it, I appreciate it. I'm thankful for it. What's next? You know what I mean?
Ooh, I love that. Love that. Speaking of what's next, we're gonna take our last break of the day. Val, pay this last bill. I gotta keep these lights on. We talk to
Come on, man.
man, take this last break of the day. We'll be right back on the Pull Up Podcast Show with your boy, Coach Tony, and my special guest tonight, the one and only Jimmie Allen. We'll be right back.
I've always thought about how my mom has supported me in any creative endeavor. How beautiful was it for your mom to be the superhero in your life and show up in your creative ventures with this book?
People ask her to sign the book more than they ask me to sign the book. Sometimes I step to the side, I take their picture. And, we have to celebrate our mothers. We got to celebrate our beginning. So she comes out with me. Every event, she is there. Even when I tell her she does not need to come, she will show up in the parking lot. And I'm like, oh, okay, you coming? Okay. I'm like, all right.
Right. And she got a bottle of wine in her hand.
What in the world? Why are you giving her alcohol? Don't.
No, I'm just saying. She showed up in the parking lot. She got a bottle of wine, nice wine. She's going to set it down. She ready for the show, Val. You know what I'm saying? Because the funny part about it is, CJ, I've actually talked to Val. I thought about, writing a book myself called My Man's in Them.
I love it.
And look at Val.
My man's in them.
My man's in them. But you got to read the book. You got to read the book. But it's a play. CJ, I apologize because Val should have dropped some old Dub C so you could have came out crip walking. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not flamed up right now. I got to hold on. Trying to get me shot.
Going back to school tomorrow, like I saw you, Miss Charles. I saw you.
I mean, I can crip walk, so please, but I'm kind of, I'm authoring right now. You guys are funny.
Dealing with all this shit, kinda got lost in it. Moving fast and it all crashed. Watch my whole world split down the middle. And I'm just trying to fix. Hearts are broke, doing the most. What I'm thinking, and I don't wanna have to let this go. We ain't perfect, but we came so close. I know that we can't go back, but I thought you should know that I love you and I miss you so bad. We can get beyond this. I'll be better, I promise. Life without you has got me shaking in my boots. I'm nothing without.
Man, let me tell you something. Come up off the family reunion. I dropped that this weekend. They were like, man, Coach, what is that? Oh, I didn't even tell you. I'm back on the wheels of steel. I'm back DJing a little bit, man. Since the yeah, so I took the track, dropped it in, man. Man, tell me, what was the concept behind Shaking in My Boots, man?
Man, so Shaking My Boots, man, is a song about, about a guy. It could be about a guy, a girl, whatever, that's like made a decision, right? And after a while, you live with things for a while and you kind of lose your way. You know what I'm saying? And you realize, man, I've risked everything. I could have lost everything, but maybe you didn't. Or you did lose everything, right? And it could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be whatever. But realizing, man, life without this thing you love, this person you love, has you nervous, right? Because you've invested so much time and that thing or that person is so much a part of you, right? How do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you move forward without them? It's really what we're shaking my boots about. Shout out to my co-writers, Claude Kelly, Chuck Harmony. Dope. They fire with it.
Oh man, that's I mean, I love that. And I'm like tripping because I'm saying, man, you know, you spend like a little country rap up in that joint, man. I'm like, man,
Yeah, man, it's like a mix
man,
between country, R&B.
yeah, I like the vibe on the beat too. But you dropped a track a few years ago that I was vibing with, man, Grits, man.
Grits, hey.
Yeah, being a brother, man, we eat them grits, man, with butter and some sugar. I don't know what y'all do, but that's how we do.
Yeah, so grits stood for girls raised in the sticks.
Oh, okay. I know myself, man.
Yeah, man. It's grits was a fun one, bro.
Yeah, grits. If you looking at the tracks that you write, man, what is probably the most fun song either you had a good time shooting the video or doing, or you had a lot of fun coming up with the concept of making a record?
Definitely Flavor. I did with Pitbull and Vakina.
Yeah, I love that Pitbull track.
Definitely Pesos. I did Pesos with T-Pain and CeeLo Green. Man, Why Things Happen. I did that. It was me, Darius Rucker, and Charlie Pride on the same song.
Man, how's working with Darius Rucker, man? Because you and him, he ended up being the first brother that kind of broke in, and you ended up getting an ACM and all that. Man, you broke a lot of stuff out of nowhere. You came out of nowhere on the ass, which I was loving that. I'm like, man, this is my guy. He came out of nowhere and just straight up, Bruce Lee, everybody, man. So how was it working with Darius Rucker, man? Because he was already that figure in that country.
I would say Darius. So working with Darius was cool, man. Like he's like an uncle to me. But I would say working with Charlie Pride, man, because Charlie Pride is Charlie Pride was the OG of all OGs, man.
Oh, geez.
You figure he came in the 70s.
You triple, yeah.
You know what I mean? Charlie Pride came in the 70s. Like when he first came in, they purposely didn't have his picture on the music or on the album because he was a black guy in the 70s. Yeah, nah.
70s, you ain't getting like that, man. Not in country.
Nah, so getting to meet Charlie and work with him, man. Charlie became like an uncle to me, like a grandpa, man. And we talked the time I met him till the day he died every Sunday for hours and just told me stories about, persevering and keep going. And then watching Darius go from Hootie and the Blowfish to come over and do his thing in country music, man. And then watching Kane Brown do his thing, man. It was cool to be a part of, man. And like I tell people, man, whether it was the ACM I won or the CMA, it was bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the things where I was like, you know what? I get a chance to do what very few have done in a genre that, not too many black artists have been successful, even though, most people don't know, but should know, country came from the blues, right?
Correct.
So there was this black guy, the first black opera member, DeFord Bailey. When country first became a thing, DeFord was playing the harmonica with a lot of blues rhythms, right? To where while they were introducing country as a new genre, giving people something that they were familiar with, right? And it was a black dude that had doing it. Man, whether it was Elvis being inspired by Chuck Berry. Pretty much everything Elvis did was Chuck Berry. Yeah. But they couldn't use Chuck Berry. So they were like, well, who can we? And Elvis loved the blues. He loved that stuff anyway. So Elvis was, and Elvis even said it. Chuck Berry was his guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to be, I guess, a part of history, getting a chance to work with Charlie, work with Darius. And, when I got a chance to present Charlie with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the CMAs, bro, that was crazy, bro. Like, that was crazy, bro. I'm like, this guy is the man that is responsible for me being here, responsible for Darius being here, responsible for Kane being here, responsible for Shabuzi,
Yes.
responsible for
Rosie.
Warren Treaty, responsible for Pink Beard, responsible for Blanco Brown, and
Stop.
everybody that came afterwards, man.
She was
And I
fighting.
didn't even really think about it until he said, well, you know, it was like, well, Jimmie, you know, you're doing your thing and help usher in the next group of people because, you know, when I came in, there's no way in the world back then they would have accepted a black guy with dreads or with, whether it's I'm wearing all the chains, I wear the leather pants. And they said, well, Jimmie, you being you know,
Right.
when everyone else came along, whether it's Shabuzi or anyone else, it wasn't something that they were afraid of because they've seen you have success and they've seen you wear the leather pants. They've seen you wear the big hats and the sunglasses and stuff like that. So for me, I was just trying to be myself. And I always tell people when you're yourself, right, you're putting who you are into whatever it is you're doing, right? So next time around, somebody else comes in something similar, it's nothing crazy that they haven't seen before, you know? So
Yeah.
it's been,
Hip hop.
yeah, man. It's like I love hip hop. I love country. I love pop. I love jazz. I love gospel. I love CCM. I love music. So and I love rock. Like my favorite band of all time, my favorite musician of all time is Matchbox 20.
See, man,
Love
people you
Matchbox
like
20.
me, Jimmy. People don't know. My favorite guys of all time is Phil Collins. I'm a big
Oh yeah,
Collins fan. And Melanie says, man, thank you so much, Jimmy, man. Right now, I'm getting such an education on country music. It's awesome. Thank you very much. She's giving me a chance to learn that country and blues connected so much. So when you look at what you're doing, man, what's the next chapter for Jimmie Allen?
honestly, man, just writing more music. Um, I just started my new children's book. So I wrote a kids book a couple years ago called My Voice is a Trumpet. Yeah, it's called My Voice is a Trumpet. So I just finished the first half of the book, putting music with it, like always. Wrote this song called "It's Raining Outside." It's a fun one. So just doing that, and just just finding more ways to do what I love, right? Because I feel like that's what was missing before.
Right.
Um,
And you moving in a different path, man. We just come up on Father's Day, man. How has that changed? You know, just being a dad, you know, and being around because I don't, of course I love you, boy. You nephew to me, you know, but I one up you. I got the grandkids, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And they watch.
grandkids, yeah, boy, boy, yes,
Hey, Jimmy, they ain't short for no words, dog. I'm talking about,
man.
man, let me tell you something. My little granddaughter, man, Olivia, went down to my cousin's house, and he got a puppy. And now check this out. The puppy is a Doberman that's already 75 pounds and standing 36 inches. That's a puppy. It's 8 months old.
Ain't no
And
puppy, man. That's a dog, bro.
that's a dog, too. And she looking
Ain't no
like
puppy. That's a dog, man.
I ain't about to play with that grandpa. I don't care who you are, what you doing. So you got to pick me up every time the dog round, man. But what is it like, man, just knowing that you're in this lane, where you come from, what you've done to fight to get to where you are, and now you got somebody there looking up to you.
Man, it's I tell people it's a gift and a curse, man. It's a gift because, kids inspire you more than you realize, right? But at the same time, man, they're watching everything. So it's
Everything.
trying to be
Sponges.
cautious on how I respond to things. Because I tell people, man, it's never easy, when you're dealing with kids. Because if you and the parent are together, you got to deal with that parent too, right?
Right.
And a lot of times, man, there can be drama,
Difficult.
some unnecessary, and my thing is no matter what, a co-parent says about me, how I respond, right?
Mhm.
And how I move is my choice, right? Because the kids will get older one day, right?
Yep.
And one parent can say whatever they want,
Correct.
but kids see actions. They see
Correct.
parents that can't control their emotions, right?
Right.
They see parents that feel the need to vent, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, like children. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, it's just about being confident in who I am, knowing in who I am, and moving how I need to move, whether people agree with it or not. I really don't care. Every decision that I'm making now is is to put me in the best situation to be the best father I can, right? And things get hard sometimes. You know
Sure.
what I mean? You can have arguments with co-parents, teachers, whatever, but how you move is important, right? And the legacy you leave is important because no matter what happens, anything I say or do, my kids will be able to pull that up one day.
Yeah,
Anything,
exactly.
anything their mother says or does can be pulled up one day, right?
Hey,
So a lot of times for me, it's important to, and I've gotten really good now at just removing myself from bullshit, right? So where you can have conversations, but if this is the topic and you go off on something else, I'm out. We're not talking
right.
about that. You can talk
Right.
about it with your friends, talk
Right.
about it with your therapist,
Right.
not me. Because protecting my peace, bro, is a number one goal because I can't be the person I need to be, whether it's a father, career, whatever, if I don't protect my mind, right?
Yeah.
Because your
Oh,
mind, your mind can kill you, bro. Like your mind can have you in places that you just shouldn't be, bro. So um, for me, it's just about protecting my peace, um, trying to make decisions that I need to make that are best for myself, which in turn to be best for my kids. Whether it's something that has an immediate effect or something that has an effect a couple weeks down the road or a
hey,
couple months down the road.
there
So
you go. And JB Songs, this is my girl checking in. I got to plug you guys, man. She from the islands, Jimmy. She down in Barbados, man. She from the islands, man. So she sings, man. I'm about to pull up you on some of her music.
word.
She's in that gospel side. If you go into YouTube and pull up JB Songs, man, you'll listen to some of her stuff and all that, which is real good. And she's been a member of our show. She's came on, in Lou's Talk on Tuesday. We just had him on last week. So JB, big plug for you tonight, baby. You see Coach
Heck
Tony,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, out of Bermuda. But before we get out of here, man, the question that I want to ask you is that what's the one goal? Are you ball player in the music? Struggle to get into music because you already, some people, I love the answer you gave early. Sometimes, you get, for example, the Cyruses. No knock on Cyrus. I love Noah, I love Miley, I love all of them. Some people get that open door and that gold spoon. You didn't have none of that. You basically had a foot in your ass and hard work to get there. And you got there. Now you changed and now you got the kids. Now you're still dealing with a few issues. You're doing your thing, but you're still doing Jimmie Allen.
Oh, yeah.
What is the one goal out of everything you've done that you still have not checked off yet? What's the one thing you say, man, you know something? I've done all this shit, but this is the one thing that I got it way up here. I'm still chasing.
Personally or career wise?
Both.
Career wise, honestly, I've done everything I wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah, there's career wise, there's nothing that I want to do that I haven't done. It's I've done it.
Got the trophy on the mantle.
I had the trophies. Every artist I've ever wanted to collaborate with that's still alive, I've done it. Elton John, Rob Thomas, um, Pitbull, CeeLo, Tim McGraw, Darius Rucker, Charlie Pride, Monica, Babyface. I've done it.
That's dope. And,
I
and,
was
and, and I'm saying, hey, don't cut yourself short, boy. CMA award winner, man. People,
yeah, man. The CMA is
man.
cool. The Grammy nomination was cool. The ACM one is cool. The number one is cool. I would say personally, the one thing that I haven't done that I want to do. I want to look up one day, right, and be able to say that I've been married for 20 years, You know what I mean? And it's something that didn't hit me till I was in my 40s. Like I'm 41 now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how you change. You know, I was married before. I was a shit husband back then, bro. I was. You know, and I don't believe. And people can say, "Well, Jimmie made mistakes." No, I didn't make mistakes. I made decisions. And a mistake is walking and slipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? We make decisions. Now you can make decisions that you later regret, but they're
Right.
still fucking decisions. And I've learned a lot since then, and I'm still learning every day. And I say, even if I decide this is the version of me that I'm choosing now, even if it was a week ago, and I tell people, don't cut yourself short. If people can say, well, that wasn't who you were a month ago, because I know there's people out there that say that to people. Don't worry about who you were, who they say you were a month ago. That's not who you are now. That's not what you want now.
I like that.
Right. So that's just where I'm at in my life right now, man. Peace is the ultimate goal for me. You know, I've seen great marriages. Like some of my best friends are been married for a long time, and just being smart now, because I feel like a lot of times people can rush into relationships before they're ready, right? And you know, that's something that moving forward, you know, I've learned a lot, you know, from my past marriage, the type of husband I was and could have been better in so many different areas, man. So many different areas I could have been better at. But just understanding now that that's not the person who I choose to be now. So yeah, my ultimate goal is to be able to look up one day and say I've been married for 20 years. It might not mean shit to most people, but it does to me.
Hey, I love it. Hey, listen, my favorite city is Vegas. And my boy, big shout out to Baez, man. My boy Baez is the manager at Club Pinky Ring inside of Bellagio. You do Vegas, Jimmie, holler at me. Bring your boy out. Bring Coach out. I'm gonna come out.
Hey, yeah, I was in Vegas a couple months ago playing softball.
Yeah, man, I forgot you doing that too. And speaking of that, my producer, man, I told her about you, man, and she was just
Also, shout out to Miken Easton Worth, my sponsor. Shout out to Team Miken.
Team Mikey, what's up, baby? And by the way, you ready to go to Chicago to perform pretty soon, right?
August,
yeah. And I think
August something. I don't know what it is. It's always August something.
We're going to give Val some tickets so she can come check you
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Pull up, man.
Got to get her to pull up on you, man. You know, last words, man. You want to shout out more than Mike? You want to shout out anybody right now, man, and put them on? And speaking of that, nephew, happy belated birthday, baby.
Man, thank you.
Hey, when you get back to the Nashville, holler at me. I don't know if you know, we got a brand new, my sponsor, soon to be sponsor, Single Malt Cigar Bar off of 8th and Wedgwood. You remember the old AT&T sports joint right there?
I do.
It's a cigar spot right now, Single Malt. So they
heck yeah.
So when you get to town, we're gonna pull up, man, and grab one to smoke on and drink a little bourbon, man, and chill for a second.
Bad money. Let's make that happen.
Yeah. So hey, man, last word, baby, before we get out of here.
Last words, man. Everybody, keep being yourself. Set your own goals, set your own expectations, set your own success. Once your goal is set, yes, take advice to people that are giving advice that keeps you on your path. Anybody that pulls you away from what you want to do, don't kiss your ass.
Oh, y'all heard it from the man, J.A. Kiss your ass. Stay on your path. As I love it. Hey, this brother, you have not seen. This brother's on the rise. He not on the downside of the mountain. He on the upside of the mountain. And tonight, we welcome him tonight on the Pull Up Podcast Show. Jay, man, I appreciate it, buddy. And at this time, you know what we usually do? We put the fingers up because Val going to tell you a little bit about my sports marketing company, The Rise, NIL. As we get out of here, and Jimmie, don't go nowhere. We're going to go backstage for a minute. But put them deuces up as we say
peace. Y'all be safe.
Peace. The Rise, NIL. What are we? We're a sports marketing company brought to you in 2023, helping all of our athletes unleash their potential. We're in the sports world because what? The NIL, name, image, and likeness, is where the athletes play. So in order to do that, we want to make sure we help them maximize their earning potential, along with the brands that operate with them. So if you need to know some more information and how you can be a part of The Rise, reach out to us at information@therise.com or type in www.therisenil.com.
It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up, pull up. Bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. I said bounce the voice and Coach Tony, you know. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. Kev is the engineer. Val is the one you hear. Hey, Coach Tony got the sports show. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. I said Kev is the engineer. Val is the one you hear. Hey, Coach Tony got the sports show. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Show. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.